Alright, guys. It is Sunday, February 6th, 2022 at 2:24 p.m. Alright, guys. So, I've been out with a little bit of a cold, so if you hear me coughing or hard of talking, it is because of that. Alright, let's start with Dailyverses.net verse of the day. In your relationship with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus. Philippians 2:5. Alright, let's start with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's been having some flooding issues. Here you see a video from Centinela 35 showing in Corozal flooding happening with a waterfall just uh, bringing all that water in the river system. Alright, so there's flooding here. Also from news incidents, last night between Dorado and Vega Alta in Puerto Rico, a lot of flooding in the roads, people driving and getting stuck in the water because of all of the flooding happening in Puerto Rico. A lot of rain happening there. Also, I heard there's a lot of rain happening in Dominican Republic. So, a lot of rain happening in the Caribbean right now. And all these people having difficulties traveling through the towns because of all the rain and flooding. Alright, guys, so pray for Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. Alright, next, we also have Austin having issues of emergency boil water notice, expected to last a couple of days. The city of Austin issued Saturday night an emergency boil water notice for the entire municipality, with the mayor saying it appears that this will be over in a couple of days, according to the city press release. The city is requiring commercial customers and manufacturers to reduce water consumption, said Austin Water Director Greg Mazzaros, who had issued emergency water and restrictions Saturday evening. According to the city, the source of the problem is the Old Rich water treatment plant, which is now out of service, while crews try to correct the failure. We have no indication that there's a contamination. This was a very short-term event. Internal process water, very low risk, but regulations are regulations, and we have to do the boil water notice, and I really encourage people who know to treat it seriously. That's why the regulations are there, and take the appropriate steps. So pretty much boil water if you live in Austin, because the purification system isn't water treatment plant isn't working too well. All right, next, let's take a look at strange sounds. We got U.S. drought. Without significant moisture in the next 2 to 3 months, the cattle industry could see major market impacts that affect the entire industry. So drought isn't expanding in the country, while much of the Intermountain West and the southwestern parts of the northern plains have been in drought for much of the past 18 months or more. Drought is expanding dramatically now in the central and southern plains. The drought monitor tracks drought conditions or categories from DO to D4, exceptional drought, and 5 categories can be combined in a single index number known as drought severity. The DSCSI can range in a value of 0 to 500. The current DSCI is 176 and has ranged from as low as 164 to a high of 188 in the past year. So drought could affect the beef market and the entire cattle industry. So prayers for our farmers. Alright, next, a new eruption of Anak Krakatoa in Indonesia. Krakatoa archipelago there, you see the volcano erupting. It says a new eruption started at Anak Krakatoa or Krakatau volcano in Rakata Island in Indonesia on the 3rd of February 2022, as seen in the image captured by Copernicus Sentinel-2 mission. You see there. So prayers for the people in the Krakatoa archipelago. That volcano is going off. Alright, next, the powerful eruption of Fuego volcano ejects columns of ash and gas 2.76 meters over Guatemala. So that's a large explosion that has been heard for miles around the Volcan de Fuego, erupted in Guatemala and expelled molten lava. There's an image, look at that, that's a beautiful image. I don't know. It just looks amazing just to see a fire volcano that big. That's insane. Alright, guys. Next, Germany gas shortage hits record low, while Russia stops export of fertilizers. It looks like fertilizers and gas will become even more expensive in the coming months. Inflation of food prices will increase even more. Germany gas problems. Germany has begun the search for alternative gas suppliers in an event that imports from Russia are interrupted due to the tensions in Ukraine. Fossil gas covers more than 25% of Germany's energy consumption, all of which is imported cheap by pipeline from Norway and Russia. But as tensions mount in Ukraine, politicians in Berlin are getting anxious. In a near total reversal of the German position, Berlin is now looking at importing liquefied natural gas from the US, Qatar, and other potential suppliers. So heads up, Germany, you guys might be having issues with gas and fertilizers. And talking about fertilizers, food and gas. Let's take a look at Canadian support Freedom Convoy with food, gas, and rides, while MSM attacks a crackdown on the occupation. So truckers and Canadian Freedom Convoy are lauding the efforts of the fellow citizens and protesters on the ground in Ottawa. They're helping with food, gas, and rides. So the Ottawa convoy and protest and few truckers who detailed the tremendous support they are receiving from their fellow citizens. So truckers in Ottawa are helping each other, and fellow citizens in the towns are helping each other with the protest. But now talking about fertilizers, this is from Texas Agriculture. New report estimates fertilizer prices to increase by 80%. Texas farmers are experiencing sticker shock as the price of fertilizers continues to climb. Already as much as 200% year over year, the cost of fertilizing crops is expected to get even more expensive in 2022. That's a message by Dr. Joe Outlaw, co-director of the Texas A&M University Agriculture and Food Policy Center, delivered to farmers at the Backline Income Growth Conference. Although AFC initially predicted modest 10% increase in fertilizers prices, a mix of factors has since governed, causing the cost of rise astronomically. So, guys, this is a big, important point. Fertilizers are going to be increasing. You think, okay, that doesn't matter, it's just fertilizers. Fertilizers grow food. Food feeds people. So this is a big, big thing, because if there's not enough fertilizers for farmers, there won't be enough food to be grown. And if there's not enough food to be grown, there won't be enough food for everybody, and famines could start. So heads up, please pray for the farmers, because that is a very important thing. We don't need fertilizers to continue to climb in price, because then we won't be able to get food grown. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more news. See you guys next time. God bless you guys.